Welcome to Unscripted with your hosts Corbin and Colton. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome back to Unscripted. We're back from our elongated hiatus of what, 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks? I don't know how long it's been.
Probably 2 weeks.
Uh, and I'm in a different location. I'm home. I'm across the room from.
He's right there.
Hello. I'm across the room. So this is where I'm going to be now for about the next month, full episode. So we got a packed show for everybody today. We have a lot of NFL to talk about, catch up on. We're mainly going to talk about the headlines going into as the playoff picture starting to shape. And then we're going to talk NBA as me and Corbin just got back from Sixers Lakers in Philly. Was super, super sick. So we got a lot to talk about. Corbin, any updates? How you been?
I've been great. Just saw LeBron James. It's pretty cool. Um, I if you're ever considering going to an NBA game and don't want to pay a lot of money, I'm like telling you, nosebleeds are worth it, man. Because you see I was a heavy doubter. I almost didn't even go to the Lakers game because
Mm-hmm. Told you.
I didn't think nosebleeds were that good, and I went and it was definitely crazy. But yeah, so what I have pulled up here is I have uh so we're gonna start with the NFL. Obviously, I have the current playoff picture. We're gonna talk about the order of the playoff picture, what teams are missing, and what teams do we think are gonna actually stay in the playoff picture because we only have 4 games left now. Um, I have the NFL award odds pulled up, so we'll talk about which player. We'll set our predictions this week to see who do we think is gonna win each award by the end of the season. And then I have the draft order for this year as well. So we'll talk about kind of where do we think each of these teams that are currently in the top 10, what do we think their future is going to look like in the next couple of years? Um, and then, yeah, we'll get to the NBA after that. But we will start with the playoff picture. Um, yeah, right now it's for the AFC, it's currently um, 1 seed is Broncos, and then 2 seed Patriots, 3 seed Jaguars, 4 seed Steelers, 5 seed Chargers, 6 seed Bills, 7 seed Texans. So obviously a lot of changes.
Yep.
Um, there's 3 teams in here that I'm actually surprised are not in here currently.
Right.
Um, you got the Chiefs. I mean, I I think the Chiefs are done.
Mm-hmm.
There's really no chance. Even if they win, it says they have an 18% chance to get the 7th seed.
Right.
So and then the Ravens, again, they're at the same record. Um, but but here's the thing: they can still win their division. Their division is Steelers. They're just a game ahead, but the Steelers do have the tiebreaker over them. So I think that's literally going to come down to the last week. But I think if we're talking about the Chiefs mainly, I think it's pretty cooked
Right.
with them. Um, and obviously the big story with the Colts. Um, they bring 44-year-old grandpa Philip Rivers back in. 10 kids. Dad bod fully, bro, has the biggest beer belly I've ever seen. So I don't know. What do you think of Philip Rivers coming back? They're currently 8-5. The same record as the Texans, just a
Yep.
tiebreaker. Do you see them making any noise outside as the season comes down?
Yeah, so I'm gonna bring some energy since you seem like you're tired, like laying in bed over there.
Well, the reason was because since we're in the same area, it was I was hearing myself through your microphone. So I tried quieting it down. I'm very excited. Don't get it mixed up. I'm very excited.
Okay. Um, yeah, it's interesting. As we are recording this at the moment, we just saw Philip Rivers get interviewed. His first snaps on the practice field. I mean, Tom Brady played, and he didn't really need to get hit. He didn't move a lot. I mean, it's possible that Philip Rivers could be okay. I mean, he knows the system with Steichen. He was he was a high school football coach. He apparently implemented the same system that's, excuse me, Steichen had. Um, yeah, I don't think they're gonna win that division though, but I mean, they should probably stay in the playoffs. Um, I mean, because you have to think.
They're not in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, I think they would probably end up. I guess no, because then
And
they'd have to beat
they'd,
out what? They'd have to beat out
they'd have
Houston,
to beat out Houston, and
and I
Houston's
think
probably gonna
Houston's
win.
Houston's probably a lock at this point because of their defense. Um,
Yeah, they're
so
a tough
their
team.
best bet is probably what? I mean, probably for a team like,
Winning out,
well,
as
yeah,
crazy as it sounds.
either that or yeah. I mean, the problem is that the Chargers, beat the Eagles. They really needed the Chargers to lose that game. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm mainly just excited as an NFL fan to watch that scenario play out. As far as the AFC playoff picture goes, I love it. I love the fact that there's no Kansas City, there's no Baltimore. It's still very possible Baltimore can get in. I mean, the Steelers, yeah, now they are a game ahead. It's still also possible that the Bengals could technically get in. So yeah, a lot can happen in 4 weeks. But this is definitely interesting. I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars are 9-4, and nobody's talking about them at all. I'm pretty sure the playoffs started today. You would have Jacksonville versus the Chargers. Um, or no, that would be
Bills.
Steelers Chargers. Yeah, it would be Jags Bills. But it's very possible, I think, over the end of their schedule that they could be playing each other. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think the AFC is wide open for any team that gets in. I know one of the big headlines as of right now is, there's no excuses for Josh Allen and the Bills considering how close they've been to breaking through and getting to a Super Bowl. No Mahomes, no Lamar, no Joe Burrow. Assuming the Buffalo's going to make the playoffs, which they will. Um, I mean, there's really no excuse. I mean, nobody really expects Denver to go. Nobody really expects New England to go, just based on, you know, they're young yet. They have plenty of time. Whereas with the Bills, you're kind of wondering with Sean McDermott and that crew, how many times do they got to come up short? So yeah, the AFC's interesting. A lot of really good football coming up too in these last 4 weeks. A lot of really good games this week that are going to matter. Um, yeah, what else you got for us? We can't hear you, by the way, whatever you did.
Yeah,
Muted your mic or something?
I was muted. Um, the um, the Cowboys, I really had a lot of hope for them. They really did look good, and then I don't really know.
Can I interrupt and give you a scenario for Dallas to make the playoffs?
They can't.
Yes, they can.
No,
Yes, they can.
like
So,
like
so let's so
theoretically, but
let's
like
let's talk well, let's talk about the Eagles real quick. So, obviously they just lost to Chargers. Jalen Hurts had the worst game of his career as a starter. So the scenario in which Dallas could make the playoffs. So obviously they have to win out. Dallas have to win out. Their remaining schedule is like
it's
Vikings.
doable. It's
It's
Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants.
Yeah, it's which is doable. It's doable. They got to beat the Chargers. That's the big game in there, and I'm pretty confident they could beat the Commanders team. That's probably not going to play Jane Daniels again if they're smart. So the scenario is that so the Eagles' last 4 games, if they lose to Buffalo, because they're playing Buffalo in Buffalo, and the Cowboys have gone 3-0 at that point. Week 18, the Eagles are playing for their season. They win against the Commanders.
No, not true.
Yes, it is.
Because they would be
If the Eagles lose to the
11 and
Bills,
5.
no, no, no.
No,
If
no.
the Eagles lose to the Bills and they don't
Okay.
beat the Commanders,
Oh, you're saying well they
right?
could
That's
have
what I'm
beat the
saying.
Commanders.
It's a tough division game. You never know. You never know. I'm just saying. You never know. With the way this Eagles team is playing, I'm not ruling anything out. But I'm just saying there is a scenario where if they lose to Buffalo, they're going to go into Week 18 with their season on the line against the Commanders. And are they home? I don't think they're home for that game either. I think they're in Washington. So it's possible. Um, but Dallas really needed to win um, their most recent game against Detroit, and Detroit gave them all they could handle. So, which credit to Detroit. Detroit needed that game, and now they're really gonna need this game against us uh, this week. But yeah, go ahead and continue on. I just wanted to make that a point. We'll talk. We'll probably end up talking about the Eagles later, but
Yeah. Again, I feel like this is definitely coming into fruition with the Bears. I've been saying ever since we
if
started.
people watched last year, I said they were gonna be good last year, and they disappointed. But look at where they are now. It's almost like I knew it was coming.
Yeah. Okay. They haven't really beaten anyone good.
Yes, they have.
They haven't.
They absolutely have. They just beat the
No.
Eagles.
You're telling me the Eagles are a good team?
They just won the Super Bowl, didn't they?
I don't care about the past. Do you? I'm talking about this season. You're telling me the Eagles are better than Chicago?
Not this season.
Okay. I mean, so they're
But
just.
are the Eagles a bad team now?
Yeah, they're not healthy either.
The Eagles are a bad team.
Well, the last 3 games haven't really. You can't
But
prove me wrong.
okay, but they're not a quality opponent. But you can't just take that win away. Like that game was close until Chicago pulled away and decided that they were going to win that game.
That doesn't make Chicago look any better. Because I don't think like.
But they've won a
They're
ton of
just
games.
who?
The Bears.
Nah, bro.
They absolutely are a good team.
And again, what I was trying to say was you're gonna see as they finish the year,
Yeah,
they're
they've
still gonna
gone.
go
Yeah,
9-3, and they might not even make playoffs.
they will be in the playoffs.
You don't know that because they keep losing, and then Detroit keeps winning. They can miss it. Detroit's only 1 game back, and Detroit has an easier schedule than they do.
Yeah, but would not be surprised if the NFC playoff picture is 3 from the NFC West, 3 from the NFC North, and the winner of the NFC South. Or I guess, well, yeah, there'd be an
That
NFC
can't
East team.
happen.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really think Detroit would. I don't know. It's hard to say because,
I think Tampa's gonna miss because Carolina is gonna.
well, because then with staying on Chicago, I mean, Chicago's got to pray that Detroit loses to us. Because if
But even
Detroit,
if they do, they still are okay.
Detroit,
Yeah.
but then Chicago's only got to win like one game,
Bro,
and then they pretty much would be
I've
fine.
been telling you this, like with the whole thing with the Bears schedule, like they're going to struggle at the end of the year.
Well, they play Cleveland right now this week. The night game against Green Bay, I mean, they played them pretty damn tough. Caleb Williams played pretty well that game. He just made that one mistake at the end, and that was in Green Bay. They come and they play. I believe this is what is this? December 20th. What day is that? It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday night game. Um, so and the at 49ers game,
Yeah, but they have to face Cleveland.
they're
Crazy
going to beat
defense.
Cleveland. They're going to beat Cleveland.
That game is gonna be sloppy. Then they have to face Green
Negative
Bay.
20
They are
degrees
losing that
apparently
game.
in that game, by the way.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be really cold. Then Green Bay, then at San Francisco, and then Detroit. That Detroit game is literally gonna be for that playoff spot. I'm telling you.
So okay, so yeah, we're assuming that Green Bay holds on, wins the division. Yeah, I mean
Well,
that's
yeah,
true.
I mean,
But then again, I mean, what is the Niners? Like the Niners could also like
well, they're scared. They could. I mean, it doesn't
because
matter
those two teams
because
play each other. So if Chicago wins that game, they could really hurt San Francisco. But San Francisco,
well, nah,
they got
San Francisco is gonna have at least 13
they
wins.
got the Titans,
12
and
or
then
13
could
wins.
you imagine if Philip Rivers? So speaking of Philip Rivers right now, they're scheduled to play. That's another thing about him coming back is that this Colts final schedule is absolutely brutal. Like they're playing at Seattle. So if Philip Rivers plays, he's got to go to Seattle and play that defense. Then he plays the Niners, which are another playoff team. Then he plays the Jaguars, which are another playoff team, and the Texans to end the year. So unless Philip Rivers is a god-forsaken, I mean, one of the greatest quarterbacks of this year at this point, and to go in there, and I mean, so what? They'd have the games they need to win are against Jacksonville and against Houston at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
just
such a huge risk.
there's
All
there's a
those
lot of
defenses are
things
really good.
there's a lot of things in both conferences in the AFC and NFC that are really going to come under the wire. Honestly, only thing in the AFC is that Steelers division. You know, are the Steelers actually going to win that division?
I think
Um,
they should.
they actually I mean, they beat Baltimore in Baltimore last week, and it was actually pretty convincing. I
They
thought that was the best
should
game they
they
played.
should beat the Dolphins, although the Dolphins have been hot, so it's possible they could lose that game. Then they got Detroit, and then they got Cleveland, and they got Baltimore. So I think if they go 2-2, they'll win that division because I don't see Baltimore doing it. I mean, Lamar Jackson keeps missing practice,
Yeah, I
so
know.
and Baltimore's got to play. They play Cincinnati on 1 o'clock this weekend. Then they got they're home against New England, and then they got the Packers. They're at Green Bay and then at Pittsburgh to end. So yeah, I mean they gotta if they're gonna do anything, Baltimore's gotta win this week against Cincinnati because I guarantee you New England and Green Bay are both gonna beat them. So they'd have to go. I mean, it's another thing that they have to at least go 3-1 in that stretch if the Steelers go 2-2, and then it would go to tiebreakers. So
Yeah.
so yeah, it's it's an interesting playoff picture because it seems like all of the 6 and 7 seeds, no pun intended, um, are going to be determined by week 18, basically.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that are definitely at least like when it just comes down to playoff berth. But when it comes to placement of where you're actually going to be seed wise, it's they're all undecided, honestly.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of 4 games left, but those are 4 meaningful games for literally every team that's in the playoff picture currently.
Yep.
So we'll see in a month where we're at.
Yeah. Well, and definitely for the viewers, keep an eye on both the night games on Sunday and Monday. I actually think they are going to be interesting because like I said before, Cowboys need to win out. The first game of that whole okay, they need to win out is against Minnesota, and Minnesota's coming off. Well, JJ McCarthy especially is coming off his best game uh, as a starter. So Dallas will be playing the Vikings, and then like I said earlier, that Monday night game, Pittsburgh and Miami is going to be really interesting because Miami's kind of on fire, and Pittsburgh needs to win. So that's going to be. I think they're going to be two really good games. What else you got for us going forward here, Corbin?
Um, so we talked about that. I now I have pulled up the awards for this season and who we think is going to win each award. So we'll go through each individual award
Sure.
and we will talk about who we think. Um, so let's start with the most valuable player. I think it's between 2 players, obviously,
Hmm.
which the fact that Drake May is even in this conversation, I think says a lot. I mean, he is in his talk about that enough. They act like this dude's like a veteran. Like he was a rookie last year. The Patriots had like 5 wins last year,
Yep.
and now they are 11-2, and he is on the verge, maybe winning MVP.
Yep.
Um, I don't know. I don't really. I don't think it's currently decided yet. But I
Do you
think
have
if
the
you
odds
look,
up?
yeah, I do.
What?
Matthew Stafford is favored.
Hmm.
Um, from he's -180, Drake May is +210. So by a good amount when it comes to like betting. But people are going to say, "Oh, Drake May hasn't faced anyone," because their schedule has been pretty cake.
Yeah,
Um, and just the way the media is, if any one of these quarterbacks have a bad game, they're just gonna throw them under the bus. Look at Stafford against Carolina. Everyone was like, and they
he was
said this
still.
guy's MVP,
It
all
was.
this
It,
stuff.
it
So
was. Yeah. I mean, was basically he dropped out of the favored spot, but not by a lot, and then
yeah,
immediately
and
moved back
then
up.
yeah, so and then next week. So I don't think again. That's why I'm not gonna say it's decided on anyone because with the way it is now, if you have a bad game, you're just the what you should even be in the running. Um, so like it's gonna sound biased because it is my team, but I will say by the end of the year, I do think Matthews. What do
Yeah.
you think?
Well, for the viewers, his mic did cut out, but he did say that he thinks Stafford's gonna be the MVP. Um, yeah. So it's difficult because obviously he's on our team. So it's hard to say, but I definitely think it is um, a two-headed race between Drake May and Stafford. Um, I think the argument, I think the reason why Stafford is kind of like not like I don't want to say overwhelmingly favored, but favored, um, is because he's clearly stood the test of time, and the fact that he's in year 17 and is having his best year, and also like outplaying every other quarterback, but like kind of. Drake May's kind of, obviously with him on most of the statistics, I think it just speaks to the kind of player he is, and he's always been humble. He's never been, a guy on a pedestal or a podium to, say things that are, outrageous. He's always been, he's always been very accountable. Um, I think Drake May deserves all the credit in the world. I think a lot of what New England is doing is a credit to their coaching staff, with Rabel being there now. um, a lot of they've done really well drafting, getting free agents over the market. They spent a ton of money over the last like year or two. So I think a lot of credit goes to that the kind of team they have around them too. Now, needless to say, obviously the Rams have a great team around Stafford. Um, I've watched a decent amount of Drake May this year, and he's obviously made incredible throws. Um, and I'm not even trying to be this is not my biased opinion either, but there's a lot of things that Stafford has done that is doing this year that he's done his entire career and never got credit for until now. So I think he eventually does deserve to get an MVP. Now, obviously, if the Rams go out against Detroit, he stinks it up. And he goes out the next game against Seattle on a quick Thursday, he stinks it up. And Drake May keeps playing well, then fair is fair. But I don't see any reason why at this moment he wouldn't be. I mean, that's why he's favored. Um, but yeah, I think it's just hard for us to answer that question just because he's on our team and we're not used to that. We're not used to having, at least in our lifetime, have an MVP caliber player on our team. Plus, now the MVP award is a quarterback award, so yeah.
All right. Well, the next award that we're going to talk about, Player of the Year. Um, surprisingly, not really surprising who the favorite is, but surprisingly that their favorite is this much. Um, Jackson Smith and Jigba is favorited at minus 450, and second place Jameer Gibbs at plus 650.
Gibbs is second. Oh, okay.
So huge difference between first and second. So they're basically this guy's gonna
Oh
win it.
no, yeah, Jake was already a lock for it.
Um, yeah, I do see that. I don't really see any way he doesn't get it. Only way would be maybe he gets hurt. But I hope he doesn't. But I don't really see. Jameer Gibbs also is a force, man. It's Jonathan Taylor. You could have said he would have won it week 6, maybe, but I don't really think he's done anything since then. He had a
Yeah.
really good start to the season,
hmm
and it really hasn't really been anything. So I assume we both agree that JSN is going to win this.
Yeah, he's single-handedly carrying me in fantasy this year. Um,
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's any reason why. I mean, you could even make an argument that he would be in like a most improved player kind of situation. I mean, from
well, he was only a
his,
rookie last year.
that's what I'm saying. The jump from his rookie year to now has been outrageous. A lot of it is probably Sam Darnold throwing him the ball.
Yeah, well,
Um,
we will get to that
but
award
yeah,
ahead. But
credit, you got to give him credit. I mean, he's been a hell of a wide receiver. A lot of his routes, His route, he's become a really, really, really good route runner, especially on the outside the numbers kind of stuff. He's been really, really good. He's been he's surprisingly he's been a better deep threat than I thought he would be going in. I knew he'd be a good route runner from college. Um, but yeah, he's been a stud. Even though he's in our division and I don't root for him, he's been really good for them. Um, and the Seahawks, they're gonna we're gonna see we get to test ourselves again against them coming up on a Thursday night game. So, but yeah, all credit goes to Njigba. He's been really, really good.
Okay. Next award is NFL Comeback Player of the Year.
Mhm.
This one has a closer margin between first and second.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey is first
Yeah.
at minus 140, and
Yeah.
second was Dak Prescott at plus 120. Um, Little side note from second and third is a huge difference, but the
Really.
reason being
Who's
third
third?
place, third place is already Philip Rivers. So
Yeah. Well, and that's not so. That's kind of my with this whole thing. I mean, the problem, and I kind of feel bad for McCaffrey and for Dak because seriously, if Philip Rivers comes in here and just balls out, it's
I don't
his.
I don't
It's
really
his.
think like
He would literally get the award for playing 4 regular season
I
games
don't agree
because
with that because I
because
think
what he's about to step into is an this year's NFL defensive gauntlet against the teams that the Colts are about to play in their next four. And if he balls out and they win those games, it would be the most outrageous thing. I mean, nobody was thinking, oh, Riley Leonard's hurt, who, the Colts are going to bring in Philip Rivers. Like, nobody was thinking that until the reports came out. So that's totally valid at three. McCaffrey, I think he's having one of the best years of his career between rushing and receiving. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like it because we played the Niners so long ago at this point, so I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of McCaffrey, but I know he's been balling out. So credit to him and Dak. Dak's been phenomenal this year. So yeah.
um yeah, I mean I don't see anyone else besides McCaffrey because the 49ers are going to keep winning.
Well, I'll
And you
tell you
got
what. If Dallas wins that division, like I said, if that scenario pans out, I think Dak could win the award.
but that's not going to happen.
Well,
Um
right. Well, I'm just
because
saying.
the reason being they're going to keep winning and they're going to keep winning through Christian McCaffrey. That he is going to be like
Yeah, he is their whole team.
so again, that's just most likely. So right now, just to recap, we have Stafford winning MVP, JSN Offensive Player of the Year, and McCaffrey. You have McCaffrey winning Comeback Player of the Year.
Probably.
Okay. This one I think we will take 2 seconds on. Defensive Player of the Year. Can you guess who's first?
Yeah, probably the guy who's gonna break the sack record.
Yeah, Miles Garrett. I
Yeah.
think that's pretty
I hope
self-explanatory.
I hope he does break it, but I don't know
Um,
if you've seen the viral clips that are going around. I mean, teams are giving him the Aaron Donald treatment finally.
well,
I don't know
you
why he
have to.
hasn't. Well, I don't know why though. Like there seems to be a difference between when Aaron Donald was on the field and Miles Garrett because it seems like they just took teams now to start triple teaming Miles Garrett this season because like they're like, oh well, he has 20 sacks now. We can't let him. Whereas like Aaron Donald, like as soon as he had like those 2 or 3 like crazy years, they were like, no, like we're keeping 2 guys on you at all times. I mean, I'm sure they do that with Miles Garrett, but like now you're really starting to see teams just be like, dude, like we're gonna send our entire offensive line to you because we don't want you to sack our quarterback and break that record.
Yeah.
Um,
Just to give the viewers a glance at how favorited Miles Garrett actually is. If I were to bet $10 on him winning the Defensive Player of the Year, I would get 67 cents
yep.
in return. So,
Hey, might as well do that.
well, I don't know if that's worth it, but anyways, we last award, actually second last award. We're gonna go into the rookies now.
Okay.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think this one's closer than it. I mean, I think it's definitely between Tedero McMillan and Jackson Dart. Emeka, like I would have said, Emeka Egbuka is up there, but he's definitely fell off.
Is it just because you got hurt?
Yeah,
That's such a
and
bummer.
even when he came back, he really wasn't doing. But
I mean, it's gonna go to
he's up there.
McMillan then. Jackson Dart has been hurt too. There's no way.
And I mean, Giants sneaking a few wins in there. Jackson Dart
No,
balls out.
no, it's McMillan all the way. There's no chance. Especially with if
You
Carolina
know who
keeps
I'm
Carolina's
surprised?
gonna win that division. I'm telling you right now.
You know who I'm surprised isn't up there more, and they're up there, but they're not like up there. Well, one Tyler Warren, who's like the Colts' number one target, and he's a beast. If you watch Colts games,
Yeah,
he is a beast.
he's awesome.
Um, and the Patriots, Trevion Henderson. I mean, when he's healthy, he
Henderson
goes
has been
crazy.
really good. Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, it's also just tough. There's just a lot of good rookies this year.
yeah. I mean, a lot of it is just them
Um,
staying healthy. So
Colston Loveland on the Bears, like bro, he had
good rookie
120
class.
yards, 130 yards,
Yep.
one game, and I mean, he's like bottom, like, but we'll get on something closer and actually more surprising. Defensive rookie of the year.
Mm.
Um, Carson Schweizinger on the Browns is favorited heavily.
Yeah, yeah. They were I can't remember. I don't remember what game it was that Cleveland played. It might have been against.
And I don't watch enough Cleveland Browns games to know.
He's I don't know if he's corner or I think he's their best
He's a
corner
linebacker. He's a linebacker.
linebacker. That's what it was. Yeah, he really took off with that whole award case. I think it was the Baltimore game or something like that. But yeah, he's been a stud for them defensively.
I mean, second place is Nick Manward,
What team
which
does he play for? I don't even know if I've heard of that guy.
you're gonna get a lot of hate for that.
I don't know why.
He plays for Seattle. He's a defensive back. He's a cornerback.
What's his last name?
Nick Manward.
Um, a man Worry?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of him. I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Maybe I'm just like the way I'm saying it is wrong. Nick Emmanuel.
I don't know. I've never. Hold on.
That's crazy. I can't believe, but he is locked out.
Oh, Emmanuel. Emmanuel Worry.
This is bad. This is some L ball Noah. I want everyone to flame him
This is
for
some
not
elbow.
knowing
No,
who he is.
I didn't. Well, because was he hurt when we played them?
No.
Oh, he's a safety. Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to be more mindful. Oh, he's got Russell Wilson's number. That's so funny. On Seattle, he wears number 3. That's so funny.
But I think it's between those two. But I'm
What
just
are his
surprised that.
odds compared to?
Well, Schwarzenegger's minus 750 and he's plus
Oh,
500.
oh yeah, that's cooked then.
So yeah, I mean, yeah. So that's it for the awards after your brain fart.
Yeah, my bad.
Now we'll talk about the top 10, the draft order, and
Oh,
we'll just go through the teams in the top 10, and we'll just talk about what. Not what we won't be specific with players, but we'll just talk about what position we think that they'll draft.
yeah,
Um. So currently, number one, the Giants are number
yeah.
one.
Giants number 1. Yeah,
I I don't know what they do with this because I feel like they're not doing anything with Jackson Dart. I think
yeah. I
him
mean,
developed is going to be pretty good. I think when healthy, Cam Scatterbo, good.
yeah.
Malik Neighbors, so but like maybe another wide receiver,
Um,
maybe
unless
or
unless there's somebody that unless there's a skill position that they think is really really valuable, or if I don't watch a lot of college football, if there's a defensive player out there on a college team who's just been phenomenal, maybe they would use the pick on that. But I wouldn't be shocked if they take that pick if they still have it, obviously. Um, move down like obviously stay in the top 15-ish picks, move down, get and then take whatever guy that they want. They don't need the number 1 overall pick. Like it's not like they need somebody dire to where they have to have the first pick. Um, yeah, I mean, I think the Giants would have been a surprise team this year if obviously everyone was healthy. Now the key is how do they respond from these injuries? Because we've seen injury-riddled teams take a while to kind of get back on their feet. Some not so much. Some is just they get back and their team is just fine. But it's definitely important for the Giants because it's all of their skill position
wow.
guys. So
I just looked at a mock draft, see what people say about this particular pick.
yeah, you probably saw
Um,
one that had the Rams picking Mendoza or something like that.
no, I did see that, but no, it's not. That is just dumb.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
ESPN has the Jets trading for the number one pick,
Yeah.
giving them 7 and 18
Hmm.
and a day two pick
Yeah.
to pick for Fernando Mendoza.
Mendoza. Yeah. I don't know. I from what I've heard and who I've listened to about Mendoza, I, he, based on what I've heard, that they're saying he'd be okay. I mean, I haven't really heard that. Oh, he's ready to be a starter off rip. I literally didn't even know who he was until they
Well,
just
we
beat Ohio
it's also
State.
you. It's also you, and
Yeah,
you
I
just
don't.
read.
I can tell you as the audience, whoever's watching this, I don't watch a lot of college football. I think I don't. I'm not a big college football follower because I just don't. I don't like the format of college football, but I won't get into it. Um, but yeah, I didn't know who he was until they beat Ohio State, and then obviously he had his like whole like emotional thing. So seems like a great guy, and I think now he's like favored to win the Heisman. So good for him. It's awesome. Um, but based on what I've heard from the sports media that I've listened to, people that I've talked to scouts, is that he seems like he's you know decent, but they're saying that he's not like, oh my God, he's crazy talented, number one pick quarterback. But I mean, if I don't know, the Jets are in such a weird spot where it's like, dude, unless they really like Mendoza, go and do it. But if not, just get as many skill players as you humanly possibly can. Keep a bridge quarterback like Fields, play another year, get a great quarterback draft class next year, and go on. I think the Jets are way more than just a good quarterback away. So
Yeah, I mean, just before we move on to the second pick in Las Vegas, I think either way, I think it's very. I would not be surprised if the Jets trade up in general just to get a quarterback because they're running out of time.
where are they at right now?
Uh, I, I if we just go pure
You said they
draft
had pick
order,
18, right?
they're they have 7 and 18.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't even think they need to move up at that point.
Well,
Just take both those picks
I
and
mean,
get good
if you want
players.
Fernando Mendoza, you're gonna have to because of
I
the
don't think they need him.
Raiders
I don't think they need him. But they're the Jets, so
and
they're gonna of course think they need another quarterback. So
um. All right, so I think it's pretty obvious the Raiders next. I think we both know what position they need. Um,
are you saying quarterback?
yeah,
Probably. I
that
think I think Pete
they
Carroll
use
should be done.
that or they use
I think a lot of it's been Pete Carroll.
I
They
don't.
they bring in Pete Carroll.
Geno Smith is not going to win you anything, dude.
I mean, I don't know. He won games for Seattle. He wasn't terrible. I think it's just like I think it's been a couple things. One, Ashton Genty has not been the Ashton Genty that we were promised was going to take over the NFL. Two, I think Pete Carroll has been horrendous. I think he's way past his time in the NFL. I think he should have, after he left Seattle, he should have been done. I think I think he's kind of lost script because he was falling off with Seattle dude at the end. Um, but that's the whole reason why like Gino was the one who wanted him because he was like, oh, I played on anything. I don't think he's anything ready. I think they need more weapons no matter what. I think they need better wide receivers. Especially, they released Devontae, he was a free agent, so their best wide receiver was gone. They don't really have a wide receiver room at all. And then on top of that, Max Crosby is the only guy on that defense who remotely makes an impact. So they need more skill guys before they decide, let's go and draft a quarterback. Um, but I don't know if you wanted to spend time on like every team. That's
Yeah, I mean, there are some teams like the Titans, like
They'll take a
obviously,
skill guy or a defensive
yeah,
player. Yeah,
it's a player for sure. Browns probably a wide receiver. They don't have a wide receiver.
yeah, either skill position
Um,
or they'll go defense again or offensive line. Even they could take an offensive lineman, of course. Offensive
um,
linemen always, especially go in the first round, the good ones. So
the Saints. I mean, they have a quarterback. Maybe
no, they'll probably take a quarterback.
no, they're gonna
They,
keep Tyler
they'll
Shuck.
probably take one late. They'll take one late because why not? We'll
Um,
see if Tyler Shuck is anything.
I mean, he had a really good game against Tampa Bay last week.
True, true.
So I mean, for me, I think either a tackle or a running back. Maybe if they do have I think his name's Evan Neal. Pretty
Yeah.
sure. Um,
Yes, I picked him up in fantasy last week. He scored me a touchdown. It was
yeah, you
awesome.
and your fantasy, yeah, whatever. Um, Commanders, they have a lot. They just need to get healthy. So I'd probably say position play, like a D line or edge. Um, Giants again. Mock draft has a pick in a wide receiver. I can see that. I think their defense is fine. Honestly, I think they just firepower on the offense.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Maybe an O line too, because
Yeah,
I don't think their line's great.
every team can
So,
use more offensive linemen.
Cardinals. I don't know.
I think they're
I
done
don't
with
know
Kyler
what they're
Murray.
going to do.
I think this
Yeah,
offseason
obviously, it's just
we're gonna see a Kyler Murray
maybe they do.
trade. I don't know if it's gonna be for a quarterback. Um, I haven't looked into it a lot, mainly because of where they are. But I think they tried winning with Kyler Murray, it didn't work. So I don't know if it's full reset time, but it's definitely probably time you trade Kyler Murray for some pieces for some assets
Yeah.
because he's
Um,
not gonna get them over the hump.
Obviously number 9 currently the Rams
Yep,
because of
yep,
the Falcons. Um, mock draft has them picking Caleb Downs. Obviously, dude's a stud.
yep, yep.
Um, we'll see because
I
we do have
trust Les Snead, so
we do have Quinn Lake. We also I'm gonna be surprised if he uses the trade. Honestly,
yeah, we'll see. Get more
um,
picks. The Rams, I
yeah,
mean, the best thing they could do is get more picks out of that because our our front office has been really good in the draft. So
and
in Les
then
Snead, I trust. So
the Bengals. The last thing we're gonna talk about, their 10th. Probably an
defense,
O line or edge rusher. Probably.
defense. They have a horrendous defense, and their secondary is bad. They need
Yeah.
help, a lot of
So
help.
I mean, they need a lot of help. But so that's just the top 10 in general.
Yeah.
So we can just for maybe like 5 minutes just talk about the NBA because again only like 20-25 games into the season.
Well,
So
let's talk a little bit about our experience at this Sixers game.
yeah, um,
I'm still debating on whether or not I'm gonna like post anything on like my actual like YouTube channel. I might just like make like a little like clip thing just 'cause I think it's cool. But
um, I took one of the greatest pictures. Maybe I could pull it up on my phone. Maybe I don't know how good the camera's gonna get it. But like I'm like seriously thinking about like printing it out.
yeah,
No, it can't. I don't know how to get
it
this to focus.
I doubt it will. If not, well
Wait, wait, wait.
we can post it on our socials if that's the case.
I even lower my brightness.
No, we can just post. We'll post it on our socials.
There, you can kind of see it.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's LeBron, Luca, and Austin Reeves in the same photo right before jump.
yeah, on the retro Sixers court. Yeah,
And I changed the filter to like make school. I mean that is
yeah.
just in general the atmosphere crazy. Um, yeah, I like
This is
that's
coming from a
something
Heat
like
fan.
yeah. I mean I hate the Sixers and I hate the Lakers too. But I would go to an NBA game with I would go to an NBA game if it was like Sixers and like another team just to like
I mean,
just
I
see.
would literally go see like Wizards, like Jazz. Like I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing like it's just to be at an NBA game. It seems fake. Like it looks like you're watching a real life simulation.
Yeah,
Like you can't describe like seeing the court and like the
yeah.
players.
Watching LeBron run out onto the court even to do
Yeah,
warm ups just didn't even feel
you see all
real.
these videos.
Didn't even feel real.
First time seeing LeBron, like I'll be 17 soon. So my whole life, you watch videos of this guy on YouTube. You see him on TV. You're like, man, like
He's been in the league longer than me and Corbin have been alive.
yeah.
So
Um, So it's just crazy to think. I have his 3 pointer to go up by 3 with a minute left video, and I also have his dagger where he kinked himself. It's with a silencer. Um, pretty crazy. I'm pretty I'm pretty happy with my camera work that day. That's for sure.
yeah,
I
yeah. I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on like LeBron, but because I'm not like trying to like glaze him or anything. Um, but seriously, that atmosphere. I mean, literally every time he touched the ball, everyone in the arena was like, "Holy shit!" Like everyone could not believe that they were getting to watch LeBron. I mean, because I mean, it started from the beginning of when everybody got there, because they didn't know if he was going to play or not. So that probably added a little bit more effect to it. Um, but yeah, I mean, literally, I mean, and then it's hard to tell. But ESPN and then posted a video too, like of him like running out. Like we just watched him leave the court, and just the Lakers fans that just surrounded where he was leaving and how loud they were was just insane. It felt like at times I was at a Lakers home game in Philly, and that was awesome. That's the first time I've ever seen my team play. I watched Luka Doncic play. I am unbelievably lucky that I was able to spend that amount of money and see that, because that was insane, absolutely insane. That I watched my team that's from the other side of the country in Philadelphia and play as great of a game that was. That was absolute cinema on a Sunday night. It was insane, 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 and I cannot wait to watch them tonight on the TV at home. So, but yeah, I would totally do it again in a heartbeat. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, I'm really hoping like I might even do it like I may even like see and it's like the Heat are in Philly February 26th.
mhm,
So
go.
I'm going.
Yeah,
It's either I get it for Christmas or my
they're just
birthday,
so entertaining.
and I will pay my own money to sit close. Like
Yeah,
I'm trying to sit super close
yeah,
because
it's crazy.
but like even if you're in the nosebleeds, it's worth it. I'm telling you, if you've never been to an NBA
Oh,
game,
you can still
even
see
if you're
everything,
not into basketball,
and
bro, just
you
go.
get and you.
Just go.
The nice thing about the nosebleeds is that you get the environment more than
Yeah,
like
you
on
see
top
the
of what's
entire
actually
crowd.
happening. Yeah,
So like last 2 minutes, game was close.
everyone's on
The
there. You
Sixers
watch
were game
everyone get on
over.
their
You just
feet.
saw
Yeah,
everyone stand up.
yeah.
So it was really cool. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked. So there's a lot of teams currently.
GG, the season's over. The Thunder are winning everything. They are literally favored to win everything. Did you see Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is literally favored to win every single award possible? Literally. MVP, Finals MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive. Well, I was besides Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive player of the year.
Besides Defensive Player of the Year, he's literally favored to win everything, and the Thunder are favored to win everything. Just.
Well, here's like the it's pretty obvious. That, first of all, the Thunder are going to break the
I
regular season
bet you.
record
Have you checked the
for the
score
most.
of the game?
They're up by 15 after the
Yeah, I
first
was just
quarter.
about to say. I bet you. They're probably up by 20 right now. They are unbelievable, and I know the NBA is not going to do this, but they should absolutely step in and not allow them to have that first round pick from the Clippers, because that is insane.
Well, it's called their GM's goaded, man. You can't just take something away from someone when
They
they
are literally going to
literally
have
just
the NBA in a chokehold for the next 5 years.
yeah,
It's
you know,
ridiculous.
it's one thing to be really good, but to like consistently like every
I mean,
game, like they're just whooping teams like every game.
what
They
they're
never come out flat.
what they're doing is just like, could you imagine a Michael Jordan team or a LeBron James team where in the fourth quarter they didn't have to play? That's what the Thunder are doing. They're like, hey, we we're up
Yeah,
so
so
much, we don't
so
even gotta
they've
play
currently
SGA.
so they've played 24 games. I think 11 games. I think
Yeah,
Shea played 3 quarters.
yeah, and their margin of victory too is still ridiculous. I think it's better than last year.
Yeah. I think it's pretty fair to say that they're going to get over 73 wins this year, like easily.
Yeah, yep.
They might get
They will be back
78
in
or
the
something.
finals probably. I'm not even giving my Lakers any hope as long as the Thunder live.
Um, yeah. So like the only thing like we can talk about like surprises. Like I mean, the Pistons are still
I think they're gonna
on.
get Anthony Davis.
No, they're not.
I think they are.
No,
They're gonna trade.
Anthony Davis is going to go to like Chicago or something.
No, Davis is gonna go to Detroit. Detroit's gonna trade Ivy and another player
No,
and a pick.
the Mavericks are not going to take that.
Why would they not take that? They don't want Anthony Davis at all.
Yeah, but they can get a better package than Jaden Ivey, bro.
Like
I
what?
saw I saw that too, and
How much value does Anthony Davis have?
well, the sooner you trade him, the better because I feel like the longer you
Well,
wait.
okay,
Well,
but
actually,
he didn't
when he
have a
does,
lot of value.
well, when he's healthy, he's been averaging like 27 points per game.
You do realize that's like the biggest if ever. And I'm a
Yeah,
Lake.
and
I
it's
can
that's
tell you as a Lakers fan, you're very lucky if he's healthy.
but I don't think he's going to Detroit.
Why not? If you're Anthony Davis, you're like shit. I'm gonna go to the best team in the East right now.
It's not his choice.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like if he steps in there and is like, hey
Okay.
man,
Final thing we'll talk about. Where do you think Giannis is going?
um, so the problem is, I really would like him to go to New York or Miami. I would love for him to go to either your team or Connor's team. But I don't think either of your teams, well,
I think.
The Knicks especially can't get him at this point.
Oh, well, I think 100% that he can get him. 100. I
Oh,
think.
but no,
I
but
think
they
this is our best chance to get someone like
are you
him.
talking about the Heat?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm saying the Knicks. Like the Knicks have no chance now.
No.
Um, it would make sense for you to get Giannis, because then, but then he would immediately just step in, be the best player, be the leader, all that kind of stuff, which is what he was in Milwaukee. I think the team that has the best assets and has the best chance of landing him is probably the Spurs,
Yeah, I know.
and that's scary
But
because I don't think their role players are that good, but if there's any team that could put together a defensive team to stop the
yeah, but
Thunder,
here's the thing.
how the
If
hell are you scoring on Wemby and
if
Giannis?
Milwaukee is in trade conversations with the Spurs, they're going to ask the Spurs for
A
like
lot.
their entire team besides Victor Young.
I mean, they would. Milwaukee for Giannis would definitely get
And
a
the only and
multitude
like
of first. They'd probably would
well,
get a
yeah,
multitude of first round
it
picks,
would just be a bunch of first round picks
and it'd
because their
be like
players aren't really all
and
that.
it'd be like 2 or 3 players. Now, going back to the Knicks, the only way the Knicks could get Giannis is if one, Giannis demands he goes there, or two, they find like a third or a fourth team to then give picks and or players to Milwaukee. So if the
But
Knicks really wanted to go and get him, and they'd probably would also have to give up cap, most likely.
well, yeah, 100%.
Either
And
that or you're
they
giving up
they don't
half
need
your
to
role
do that.
players. So,
But I just think this is the perfect time. Like you, if you're the Heat,
but then
listen,
you
listen.
also your camera's whack right now. What do you got? You keep slamming your desk. Your camera's like moving. Your camera moves every 2 seconds.
Stop moving.
There you
Stop.
go.
As a Heat fan, obviously very. I watch every game. Um, we have missed out on like the past 6 superstars to be on the trade market when all of them have had interest in coming to us. Specifically, Damian Lillard, who said, "I only want to go to Miami." That's mostly Joe Cronin's fault because he just didn't want to trade with it. Kevin Durant, when that happened, we
I
were the
don't think you wanted Kevin
second
Durant.
favorite team. I mean, but that's like my point. I don't. If I want him or not, I don't care. My point is, it was a superstar on the trade market that
Right.
we supposedly had interest in.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving.
Mhm.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
So this is your chance. You have someone that could change your change the future of the next 10 years of an organization.
Mhm.
And you have the assets. You have a lot of young guys that could at least score 16 to 18 points per game. And you also have first round picks.
I think the number one thing for Miami to convince Milwaukee, the number one thing they're going to need is like they need Milwaukee to be interested in whatever players that you're going to offer them. And I don't know if they will be.
Tyler Hero, Claware.
You would give them Tyler Hero?
Yeah, we have Norman Powell.
I would just give them Norman Powell. I would keep Tyler Hero.
No, you don't understand. They can take Tyler Hero. Ever since Tyler Hero came back, our offensive pace has been like the worst in the league. When he wasn't here, we had 5 140-point scoring games.
Okay, so what you're saying? What
So
Hero?
I'm not saying it's hit. I'm not saying there's an
So Hero,
outlier. I'm just
Kalaware, and then
saying
what? Just a bunch of picks?
no. Hero, Claware, maybe Nikola Jovic or Pele Larson, or you do Hero, Ware, Jaime, and fewer picks because those 3 players are good.
Holy shit.
but you have the assets. You have very good players on your team.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I think my number one problem with your guys' roster is I feel like you guys have a bunch of players that are all very similar outside of like Bam. Like as far as like their play style and like what they're good at, they're all kind of similar, I
Mm,
feel like.
not really.
Like Jaime and Andrew Wiggins feel super similar to
No,
me.
they are totally different. Jaime is a person that he's very like he gets the ball and he's
He's
just gonna wait,
athletic, he plays defense.
but he works you in the post game though. Andrew Wiggins is just like he finds himself space to score. He's a spot up shooter.
I guess.
Or to do that, Lakers have. I still see reports that Lakers want Andrew Wiggins, either him or Herbert Jones.
Well, the reason that they would want Andrew Wiggins is because he's a way better version of Vanderbilt, and they don't want to play Vanderbilt right now.
Well, Andrew Wiggins is. I agree. I think Andrew Wiggins. He's been balling. I think he's
Well,
averaging like 17,
and
18
like
a
we saw
game.
in that Sixers game, Vanderbilt literally only came in because Jake LaRavia got hurt. Other than that, he hasn't played in like how many straight games. So Vanderbilt's getting traded at some point, or released, or whatever. Um, but yeah, interesting. A lot going on in the NBA and the NFL. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
wrapping it
So
there.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens with standings wise and
Yep.
what trades go down.
Yep.
We'll see. I mean, but yeah, I think that's all I had down. Unless you have anything.
Yeah, no. If I do decide to upload anything from the Lakers game, it'll be on my actual personal YouTube channel. So, but we'll worry about that later. Um, but yeah, watch a lot of NFL football this weekend. A lot of good games coming towards the end of the year. Um, obviously go Lakers. I'm not gonna say go Heat. That's Corbin's job. But yeah, a lot to look forward to. I'm looking forward to watching my Lakers go kick some ass tonight at home. So,
And I'm going to watch this Thunder game, Thunder Suns game,
well,
because
we're
I
both
have
gonna
a
watch this game.
parlay
Yeah.
on it, and I'm going to win some money. All right.
He has
All
a
right.
very legal parlay on it. Not he didn't actually do for those watching. For legal reasons, he didn't actually
Yeah.
put the money down.
I'm
It's
not.
not his. None of it's his.
No.
All right. So that's gonna be it for this one. We will probably end up putting an update out next week for what's to come, as I got some stuff I gotta figure out. Uh,
I mean,
now
we
that
should at
I'm
least
back
have
here.
an episode next week.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. But whether or not we're gonna do more than one will be based on whatever happens with my schedule. Now
Yeah,
that
we'll
I'm home.
see.
So, all right. We will catch you guys in the next one. So long.